there it is. Infinity just took out Lag Esports.
We've just had double top fights right here.
Yep.
Infinity versus Lag and G3 versus Unique. And in both cases, the team on top won. G3 beats Unique and Infinity beats Lag, which is, I mean, that's just the most telltale thing. If these standings aren't the most accurate reflection of what was happening in the season, then I don't know what is. But here we are. It is exactly what we've got on our hands here. 9 teams remaining. G3 getting into a fight with the Rila Insiders here on your screen. We've got tons of teams getting right up in one another's business, but you can see that G3 have not had a good time with the Rila Insiders, and in fact, I think they've just been sent back to the lobby.
Back to the lobby, basically. Yes. Slime4KT, though, is still involved in this one, and I don't know, we'll have to see who else is still here, still potentially in contention for those top 4 spots, but I can't believe we just had that happen. I just, wow, okay, that's a bit of a treat. And it's exactly that. I mean, if you wanted more confirmation that there's a reason the standings are the way that they are, and that the players are here not by luck, but by their absolute skill, then there it is. ATROX right now throwing in some bullets there into Slime4KT. They're not looking too healthy.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one there. Slime4KT trying to just recuperate their forces just a little bit there in the bottom. Of course, now moving up, Magicians taking a fight with INF, and it looks like they're losing that fight. Aatrox now returning into towards the center, trying to get into safety, but Infinity, they're just laying down the law right now. They've got 3 players up and just trying to hold on to this position as best they can. Now, Aatrox right up ahead. There's Esports just to the side as well. We've got Influence Rage up at the top of the hill, starting to move their way down, and Slime4KT right up next to them. And who is this rolling their way on up? But it's the Rila Insiders who've just come off the back of taking out G3, and they're quite happy to take the spot of Slime4KT, where they just get into a little bit of trouble there, because Yaya with his Mini 14 has been going absolutely ham here today, and he is not stopping. He's just pulling that trigger, unloading magazine after magazine into his enemies. Finally, Dizzy coming in with a little bit of a whoa there, pal. Just hold on a second. You can't take all of those kills. We need some of those.
We want something. Come on, let's share it here. But yeah, there it is. Infinity actually finding Yaya and taking them out for the count. Muffin and Dead now left for ATROX in the middle of literally every single team still in this one. Influence Rage just there on the high rise, looking down at the action unfolding ahead of them. But they're getting a little bit of action themselves. A couple of those bullets hitting them and not looking too good. It is Infinity AF who are now feeling the brunt of Muffin, who is looking for a couple more kills, a couple more confirmations as the action is turning up. Esports just calmly waiting, staying quiet, not getting involved in anything just yet until a little cheeky shot there from Brunnen, taking out Nico. As long range battles here and everyone is taking a piece of each other. Is that really Insiders still in this one? Still in contention for picking up a couple of points here, Batchy?
Yeah, it is. They've still got 2 players there on the side, and they're staying alive, and well, I guess that's all they can really do. Muffin's doing exactly the same thing there from Aatrox, and you know what? I have to hand it to the teams like Esports and even Aatrox here, who have not given up despite their positionings. They have still put the work in, and I mean, even though Esports is way down there, we saw them putting some really good points on the board not too many games ago, and I just have to give them props for that. You know, the teams really came through, and despite their positions, they gave it their best, they gave it their all, and they really did change the way things played out here in the games. They had an impact, and it's fantastic to see. That is the motivation, that is the commitment, that is the work that I like to see coming out of these teams, and that really is telltale of some serious growth coming out here for the Umzansi teams. But now, speaking of Umzansi teams, we're about to see who is going to be the victor of the final game here, and put the last chicken dinner of this entire season down. Could it be Esports? Could it be Infinity AF? Could it be the Rila Insiders? Could it be Influence Rage? Or maybe Muffin's going to squeak this one out, hide in the bush, and take a quick chicken away from an unsuspecting player. But here comes Hainsley, putting the shots in. This guy's been pretty good all season long, a consistent fighter for Influence Rage, managing to pick things up for them, managing to do quite a bit of damage there. Brunini making a quick rotate in to see if he can catch Infinity sleeping, but no, they're wide awake and they're ready to receive. Picking up the kills, no problem. Kira is going to be the next to go down. Goodbye, sir. 14 teams remaining. Muffins still alive, keeping ATROX in this one, squeaking out as many points as they can. Sully, Hainsley, and Mercury there for Influence Rage. I've got a considerable space up here towards the top of the hill. Infinity with control of this ditch. But man, this is a tough one.
Absolutely insane to look at this. Top 4 teams left alive. Rila Insiders still in contention to pick up points here. And I remind you, they're potentially one of the teams that could be taking a top 4 placement here at the end of Season 4. So they definitely want to pick up as many points as they possibly can. Those nades coming through though from Hainsley, taking out Infinity AF. They are out for the count, and they're going to have to wait in the lobby to see what happens with this one. Rila Insiders now finding ATROX. And it all comes down to a 2-on-3. It's Influence Rage. It's Rila Insiders creeping on up in the grasses there. Sully not looking too healthy. Hopefully we'll be able to get some heals off there and get ready for the fight. That nade barely missing Coco here. And everyone is waiting for an opportunity to stand up and see who's going to be the first. Who's going to pop their head around the corner here. See who takes the first bullet. Those nades keep going through, but they're not connecting just yet. Coco with the angle here. Holding and waiting for some sort of activity here so that they can react. They could potentially take the fight here. Ainsley, just behind Sully. Trying to jump on over, see if you can get information. Between the grasses, these two players are still lurking. They know that they are outnumbered. They know that they are on the back foot here. But they have to surely make this happen if they want one of those top 4 slots. If they want to get a massive share of the prize pool, they need to survive the nades. They need to survive the bombardment coming through. And obviously that starts with that first initial frag here, Patchy.
Yeah, we'll see if it happens. Sully is on the move and he is looking for blood. He's looking to find Zeke, but it's Zeke that finds him first, saying, hello there, buddy. I'm going to peek you out. And now Mercury, it looks like he's about to go down too, and it is Zeke finds the kill, or at least the knock with that M4, switches it just in time, and now they can play this 2v1 game with the last player from Influence Rage. The last 2 players trying to feed the information, but they win the fight. What a fantastic finish there for the Rila Insiders. They make it all the way up into the final zone. They keep themselves alive. They eliminated G3 on the way up to the top, and then they get to the final battle, and in a situation where they were outnumbered, some really nice gun work coming out there, and Zeke being able to squeak that for them. They were just able to take that and take the last chicken dinner away from literally everyone else. It's not going to be Infinity. It's not going to be Lag. It's not even going to be 4KT or G3 Tempo, Unique or BBC. Nope, it's going to be the Rila Insiders. And there we go. That's the last match for season number 4.
I am super excited that this final day was so unpredictable. It was so spread out. Nobody had a runaway train and just dominated all the lobbies and all the games. It was so spread out and so happy to see. I mean, but we do know that we do have a winner already. Looking at the way the games have gone on and the points distribution that have happened. I mean, that was such an exciting match to watch. I really thought that they were going to take that. That 3v2 looked like it was an advantage. But then again, when you're sneaking up on a team, you make sure you have cover. You know what I'm saying? Espoxy, what was your highlight of that final game of the finals of the season?
It's definitely the final moment with Rila Insiders. I mean, come on. Getting the 3v2 clutch. I'm glad I'm not doing the math, but that to me would be deserving of a top 4 spot in Umzansi Season 4. That would be all I needed to have to be convinced that Rila Insiders deserves a top 4 finish.
All right, I think the score sheets are about to be updated. Let's take a look at the standings after that final map to see how the teams landed. Patchy, woo! Look at this.
Yeah, Rila Insiders have done it here for game 12, the final game of the season, the final game of the finals. 22 points for them. Influence Rage coming down in second place with 19 points there. ATROX picking up 16 points in third place. And I think they have just gotten the most points that they have so far in the finals for themselves there with that third place finish. So well done to ATROX for that. It's fantastic to see them out here and still kicking, still fighting despite their position. That is exactly what we like to see. And the same can be said for C Esports. Of course, Infinity coming in fourth place with 16 points. We got 4KT in 6 with 11. We got G3 Temper in 7 with 7. Sincerity Esports in 8 with 7 as well to round off the first page of that game. Of course, the second page, a couple of teams are scraping some points on here. We've got Magicians with 2, Lag with 2, Zero Tolerance, Natural Killers, BBC, and Team Unique with 1 point each. Sidemen, Aphelion, Apex coming away with nothing. And that is the score for the final game. And I think just based off of that, I think we can say that the top 2 spots may be secured. I think probably by Infinity and Lag.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else had done enough or raked enough points in this final match to upset that top two situation. It seems like it's done and dusted. We do have a champion. We're just waiting for the updated leaderboard, and we'll take a look at the MVP of the match. It's exciting to see. I'm also feeling a little bit sad that it's over. You know what I mean? Like, but we'll take a Christmas break and we'll come back. Ladies and gentlemen, the MVP of that final map was Coco with 4 kills, 554 damage, and a survival time of 26 minutes and 35 seconds. Drum roll, please.
I don't know
How
to
are you?
drum
How
roll
are
on
you
my
living,
mic. Oh,
ladies and gentlemen?
Hey.
Champions, the Infinity Africa are the Umzansi Esports League Season 4 PUBG Mobile champions.
woo!
They have done it with some really, really, really impressive gameplay. Xbox, what do you have to say about this?
I mean, well deserved, right? It's exactly what they needed to do. They came through with, like I said, they came through with the action plan. They had the foundation, they put in the structure, and they executed it brilliantly. This finals weekend really showed off the absolute best that they had to offer this season, and they just, absolutely well deserved. Like I said, there's a reason they are here. There's a reason that they are your champions, and it's because they were consistent. They were the ones putting in the work, the points, everything. Absolutely well deserved.
Oh, and Rila Insiders, they got that well-deserved top 4. In fact, it was 3rd for them.
Let's go! I told you,
Oh, look
they
at
deserve
that.
that top 4.
Yeah, well, they certainly got it.
They certainly got it. They have performed really well all season long, and to see them sort of fall behind in the final weekend was sort of sad to see. But then again, they put up the points when needed and got into that 3rd place. Shout out to G3 Temper for coming through in 4th place and then winning a prize of $765. Really Insiders, like we said, in 3rd place with 920. Lag Esports coming through with 1,500 place, and our champions, the Infinity Africa, winning a whopping $3,680 in 1st place. Like I mentioned, all 32 teams competing in the Umzansi Esports Leagues get a payout. This is the Premier League of PUBG Mobile in Africa, and we do appreciate every single team that participated. Look at the leaderboard. Let's see how it panned out.
Yeah, so just to do the due diligence and go through the motions here, of course, Infinity Africa, your champions coming out of Somalia there, 183 points for themselves. And, well, definitely, as Proxy has mentioned, they have done the work to get their framework, all the things were there for themselves. And they started this off with such a lead today that it was almost guaranteed by the time that had already happened. Lag Esports securing their 2nd place, no problem. Rila Insiders, they did the work, and as Roxy, absolutely right, they earned this 3rd place for themselves with that final finish there. G3 making that sprint up into 4th place and securing that lion's share of the prize pool to close things out for the top 4. Of course, Influence Rage going to find themselves in 5th place, followed by 4KT. BBC down in 7th, and Team Unique to finish 8th. So fantastic to see BBC, Team Unique, 4KT, these names finishing on that first page there. Definitely have been putting in some serious work in this season. And I'm very keen to see them in season number 5. I want to see what these teams bring to the table. It's, of course, going to be a back to the drawing board situation in terms of let's get some new strats. Let's get ourselves back into the scrims. Let's get ourselves working again so we can head into season 5 with some extra strength and keep on raising that bar. Of course, moving on to the second page, you can see how absolutely close C Esports was to making it up onto that first page. 92 points for them in 9th position. The Magicians in 10th. We've got Sidemen in 11th, Zero Tolerance Skills in 12th, Aphelion Apex in 13, Natural Killers in 14, ATROX in 15, and Sincerity in 16. So ATROX actually done the work to get themselves out of last position. They managed to get into 15th. That has to be
Let's go.
that has
Let's
to be a hand
go.
right there for them. They did not finish last. Well done, ATROX.
Well done, ATROX. That last map, obviously giving them some well-needed points to jump off that bottom floor into 15th position. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's also take a look at some stats and see which player ended up being. I don't know if we have an MVP for the tournament. I'd like to be the MVP or the kill leader. If I can be the kill leader, just because I've been killing it. You know what I'm saying? I've been killing it. Anyways, it feels like we're coming to the end of something right here. Look at the kill leaders. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier on, the kill points are counting from the semifinals through to the finals. And we have Kato from the Infinity Africa with 49 kills. Amo from Slime 4KT with 34. Zeus from Slime 4KT as well with 31 kills. And Magaff from the Infinity Africa with 30 kills. This is just a showing to show you that the players in the top 4 kill leaders were also part of the teams that won the overall tournament. Just goes to show the effort that they put in throughout this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. There you have it. I feel like we got to give a big shout out to everybody who worked on the season, from Aero OG to DK to Thendo, Snare. I mean, Axe These are guys that everyone has come to, and everyone working behind the scenes. Chad, Nate, the whole Nordwing Gaming collective. It has been an amazing season. Season 4 done. Patchy, S-Proxy. I feel like it's time to go on holiday, and we'll come back and see you next year or something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you engage with Nordwing Gaming on all our platforms. Make sure you check out nordwinggaming.africa for everything esports. Also follow us on all our social media. You can always go back and watch all the actions on demand on our YouTube channel. We've got everything, all the that was in season 4 available for you to see. My name is Dr. Sid, here with my two friends, Esproxy and Patchy, and we are saying goodbye. This is the end of season 4. We will see you in season 5.